Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to show you how a simple act of kindness could go horribly wrong. Path to hell is paved with good intentions. It all started when me and Paris were riding down the road, and I see out of the corner of my eye a goofy little gremlin. Me and Paris pull over and scoop her up. At this point, we didn't even realize that she was a she. We were calling her Buddy, but eventually the name Bagel popped into our minds. Bagel the Beagle. What people don't understand about those family movies with lost dogs is they're absolutely right. You do imprint on the dog. Well, I should have known once we named it, we would have been somewhat attached to this dog. Shit, hindsight's 2020, motherfucker. Because she was so emaciated, we thought she had been lost for months. It actually only takes a dog 28 days to become feral. Although she was skittish in the beginning, she warmed up to us pretty fast, which raised questions for us. She was just a good dog, never bothering anyone, constantly barking. She wasn't aggressive for no reason. We really loved this dog. Little did we know that reality was gonna hit us like a ton of bricks. We found this picture at a side street intersection. It all made more sense now why she was so willing to walk up to us. Once I realized this, I researched more about dogs because I realized that I kind of didn't know what to do because there was no way to identify whose dog this was. Looking for your dog in the neighborhood the day of losing them is the most successful method of finding them. 56% of cats have no identification whatsoever on them. Essentially, as humans, we love making it hard for ourselves. People have a proclivity to pick up dogs instead of cats, leaving another L for this species. This cat racism is associated with the overpopulation of cats within urban areas. Another thing I found interesting was the ratio between cats found alive and dogs found alive, with about a 30% difference with dogs coming out on top. You're probably asking yourself, where do we go from here? And we were too. We'd have to develop a plan, some way to discern who the owners were and the moral fiber of their character. We got Bagel at a rough time in our lives. We connected with her and we nursed her back to health. There was no way we were going to give her back to the Nazis or the Jada Pickett's of the world. We're not just going to hand it over to some random person we don't know. Jada Pickett might be fine, but that's besides the point. We weren't just going to hand her over to anybody. So we set out to make a plan. Step 1, find the owners. Step 2, make sure they aren't baby murdering rapists. Step 2.5, cope emotionally with the loss of a pet. Step 3, save the day like an OG. Side quest, grow as a human. And you may be thinking, how did we plan to take this on? How are we going to track someone down who lives in our city locally? It's a huge town. It's a huge place, huge city. Well, the internet. It's pretty easy to track people down. It's actually kind of scary how easy we were able to find the owners of Bagel. I mean, scary. We used the fucking shit that they use on Catfish, been verified, and Facebook. That was it. Yeah, it's actually scary. Don't put your information out there. Now he proceeds to put his information out there. So we looked in the only place we knew. Facebook. we were able to look through the local lost dog pages on there and deduce what dogs made sense and what didn't. Eventually, we were able to track down a post with Bagel on it. And so that gave us the last whereabouts. It didn't give us the identity of the owner. It only gave us the last whereabouts. So we had to get more extensive, more persistent, a little bit creepy with tracking down the owners. Again, Bagel didn't have an identification chip when we took her into the pet, so we had to literally revert back to, we'd never done this before, but been verified, which is a way to do background checks or figure out if you're getting catfish. It was used on the show Catfished, believe it or not. And so with using the address and different names associated with the posts on Facebook, cross-referencing different names and addresses, it was pretty easy to piece together who she belonged to. Now we just had to figure out who they were. This was when it was about to get a little weird. The reasoning we eventually came to would be that she is loved, and no matter what tests we ran, it would be pretty hard to determine who a person is without at least talking to them or seeing them. Also, purely how old this dog is showed us how much someone cared for her, because it would take a lot of effort to take care of her, and if they were looking for her, it meant that it was an accident. And that was one of the main factors in determining whether she was going to a good home or not. I mean, we are very much amateur pet detectives, but this case fell onto our lap, so we did the best we could to determine if we were doing the right thing. And honestly, it just ended up being hard for us to let go of Bagel, is what it was. We just wanted to see what she looked like, a picture of her, and then that wasn't enough. And then we eventually ended up just calling her off and talking to her. And in that moment, I knew that we needed to give her back once I heard her voice and talked to her a little bit. I have to say again, though, the way we tracked her down seems so creepy to me, how easy it was to do. I know it can be hard to understand, like, oh, why don't you just give her back immediately? Why is it a struggle? Because you take care of a dog long enough and it becomes your dog. But it doesn't really. There was someone who's looking for her, and we knew that, and so, yeah. So we headed to meet up with her to give back the dog we stole, rescued from a random yard.
You ready, Ace?
Moment of truth. It was an amazing ride helping Bagel. We loved, lost. At the end of the day, we're doing the right thing. So that's what's important, people.
It is. No matter how cute the baby is. Isn't that right, Vegas?
Oh my gosh. Dude, seriously, you guys, thank you so much. What the hell?
My name's Jack.
Thank you.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Where did you guys find her?
Down there, I want to say, you go down to the intersection, red light, a couple houses down from there, right?
Okay.
It starts to get curvy.
Okay, gotcha. Because we live near there, and that's where she got lost.
And it's crazy because when we picked her up, her stomach was sore.
And we were wondering where her
It was
collar was. We didn't have any.
She got out without her
we had taken it off. In her fur.
Oh, yeah.
So we were like functioning well with that until, we weren't. So
She got on thyroid.
That makes sense. Oh, thank you, thank you.
Have surgery, but it's just going so. Not her hip, her ear specifically. But then after that, like the vet had told us that
thank
she
you
had
guys
heart
again,
murmur.
seriously.
Oh, you're so
She
welcome.
doesn't-
She's been gone for like a couple weeks.
So we were
Yeah.
just like, it's hard to like
Scary.
keep hope, but then like try to not lose hope at the same time. I can't believe it.
I've actually lost quite a few dogs, so I as soon as I saw it, I knew exactly how it felt. I went straight into like trying to contact you. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't know how to thank you guys.
Yeah.
I do have to ask, why no collar?
Oh, yeah.
So, okay, she didn't have a collar on at the time because when she was leaving the house, she didn't realize that she was right behind her. She is
snuck out.
microchipped. Yeah, she is microchipped, but she snuck out.
Yeah.
And yeah, because we do put a collar on her whenever we leave the house, but she just snuck in behind her and left.
That's right. Was
So
she?
you were like coming in the door and she
No, she was leaving the house.
And then she ran out?
So she followed me, but I couldn't hear her because without the collar.
Yeah, she's really quiet.
And then she couldn't see her either.
In the very front right tire, she was just hanging out. Like, and I have like a Nissan Road, so she's like
Yeah.
not even half the size of the tire.
Yeah.
So she was on the opposite side of the car while she was on the other side of the car. And like every time she circled around too.
Oh, y'all got her on camera?
Yeah. Yeah, so then we were like, okay, it just shows that she walked off, but after that the camera doesn't get anything because she went out of view.
That is crazy.
I know.
It's like the craziest coincidence, everything lined up just for her to go Mexico.
Yeah. But
And
she was.
the thing is, she knows how to come back home because we take her to our parents' farm, and she'll go out and come back, but within the limits.
Yeah.
of it. And so that's why we're like, that's so weird for her to not come back. But by the time we realized she wasn't home, I wasn't home, and then when I got home, 2 hours had already passed by.
Yeah.
Kidnapping.
Yeah, and we figured somebody took her in, but we were like, we don't know how to get the word out more. But thank you so much.
They did a good
guys.
job with the laminated stuff.
Yeah.
It's like maybe that wouldn't have stayed up if it wasn't laminated. So I'm glad we could get her back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, she's really. Does she respond to commands?
She does. She can sit. I don't know. She looks so tired.
Oh no, I'm not gonna ask you to do her anything. I was
she's-
wondering because like when we got her, like she was so well trained. I'd call her.
Yeah.
She comes over.
She's 13. She's about to be 14, so she knows how to like, come here, go out, and that's what I was thinking. I was like, I think if somebody opens their door, she'll walk in and make herself at home because she knows like if she's in somewhere.
Yeah, she's so friendly.
If she's somewhere that she's not familiar with, she knows like if that's the door, she has to go to the door to go outside. Or even your car, like she's jumped in our, like if my friend has opened her car door, she'll go jumping in because she thinks she's going on a ride.
Yeah.
She loves to ride.
Yeah.
She does. Yeah.
And so when did you guys get her? When did you guys get her?
2009. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Years ago.
Nice. She's like a perfect breed. Like, did y'all buy?
Yeah, we
We bought her at a flea market. Yeah, I don't know.
Really? You're a flea market baby?
Purchase for a flea market.
Yeah. You're a flea market baby?
I think she was the smallest out of the litter too.
Was she really?
Yeah, no, because I mean she's relatively small for a beagle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yay.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it so much.
But she
You're
needs
so
to go home.
welcome. Yeah.
She's at home now.
It was really, it was so rough because we found her out there and we were like, who left this baby out here? Because, we were like, we didn't know what to expect, So we were like, I guess we'll just keep her until something comes up. And we got so attached to her. Like,
very lovely.
She's so sweet.
She's
We were like,
the most
there's,
precious thing ever. Like,
yeah.
sharing her posters with like other people, like strangers even that are like her neighbors. They're like, oh, she's so cute, she's so precious. And we're like, I know, that's why we want her back.
And that's why we couldn't, like, we were like,
Yeah.
as soon as we found out, we're like, we gotta get on this now, because
Yeah.
we know somebody's missing her.
Yeah, she's so missable. She's so sweet.
I love you. Thank you guys so much.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome again.
Absolutely. All right, no more sneaking out, okay?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Is it okay if we all take a picture together?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, do you want to?
Should I dip her?
Yeah. So, Vincent, shh. Don't make noise. Sorry, Vincent was making noise. Fuck. Okay, so giving back Bagel was really difficult. We knew the time was coming. But it still felt kind of unreal, you know, when they put the leash on her and, you know, put her in their car, knowing that, you know, I'm probably never gonna see her again. The ladies that we gave the dog to were so nice, very nice, which makes me feel even worse, you know, feeling so ready to keep someone else's dog. But I'm glad at the end of the day that we did the right thing, because, you know, she apparently had this dog since she was in middle school, you know, and I just remember, you know, the day I got my dog, Bubba, and how just I was ready to spend the rest of his life with me, you know? That's how everyone feels, you know, when you really love a dog. You know, you want to be the one that sees them to the end, because they're your baby. Very weird circumstance on how Bagel got out, you know, and a part of me wants to believe that it's kind of fate, you know, that we got to meet her and have these really nice weeks with her. It was a great start to a summer, which was lots of cuddles and lots of playing and lots of walks. But I truly am glad that I could give the dog back to, you know, her rightful owner. I could tell she was excited, you know, in the car to see them. I could tell that they were so happy to have her back and relieved to have her back. I think it's going to take a little bit of time for me, you know, to go into my garage or wake up and realize that Bagel is not here anymore, not with us. But hopefully, you know, I'll think of them and think of how happy they are to have her back home, you know, and that is what I think will keep me going. We have our own lovely pets, you know, we have Oreo and Charlie, and it was nice having another member of the family, you know? But it doesn't break our family. It only lengthens it. Having this little missing piece won't break the family. It'll just be this memory of another baby, another family that is somewhere else, you know? Another baby, another piece of the family is somewhere else. I'm blessed to have my time with her, and I'm glad she's where she needs to be. That being said, I'm probably gonna like cry all night. Like all night. Like, I don't know. Like, I had a breakdown yesterday in the car. I had a breakdown before work, at the house. I'm probably gonna have many more. You know? I don't know what this documentary is gonna be. I guess it can be a testament to doing the right thing, I guess. Just do the right thing. No matter how it feels. Because sometimes doing the wrong thing can feel right. That's how I felt when I decided I was going to keep her. It felt right. It felt like this is some crazy scenario that all adds up to me having a dog, you know? But that's not what it was. It's not. They always teach us from very young that doing the right thing can be hard, but it's important. And fuck, if we don't keep doing the right thing, then what the fuck are we? You know? What are we? I'm thankful for Jack for just being so supportive and caring to me. I'm thankful for him giving me this family that I have in here now, you know, without Cook, without Charles. I don't know what I would really do. Without Jack, I don't know what I would do. He was the one who officially said it, you know, out loud. We're giving the dog back. And I didn't know how much I needed to hear that until, you know, as the days went on and trying to face that fact, you know, and hearing that other voice in my head that says, no, you can keep the dog. No one needs to know. No one will ever know. You can keep the dog. And hearing those words echo in my mind against that, you know, saying it's not the right thing to do. The dog is not yours. You knew that when you picked her up. You need to give her back. You need to give her back home. I hope this documentary just lets everyone kind of hold on to the loved ones that they have tight. You know? Love hard. And make sure that your moral compass is not corrupted by this world. My fucking backyard's a mess, dude. Like, this fucking shit. Like, I think there's an anthill over here. Fuck, you know what I mean? Like, it's time for us to focus on ourselves and focus on bringing content that we are passionate about building lives that we're passionate about. And one day we'll get a dog. And it'll be our dog. And we would want someone to do the same thing for us. And that's give our dog back. It needed to happen, but damn it, I don't feel fucking like shit.
In the end, we did the right thing. It wasn't easy. In the end, in the end, we did the right thing. Not because it was easy, not because it was fun or I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. We didn't do it because we were good at it either, right? We don't think we're some kind of fucking heroes or something, but it felt good to return a dog to its rightful home. Such a sweet dog, and not to mention I've lost a lot of dogs, whether it be like they died by getting hit by a car or they ran away when I was young. I've always been a big animal guy, so and I've always been a big morality guy, right? Always trying to find the right thing to do, even if it takes me a little bit to actually get there. And this one took a little bit, but nothing felt better than meeting Bagel, really. It was just indescribable. It's crazy how someone so little and so unaware of her impact could impact me and Paris's life so much, you know, and vice versa. The lack of her impacted Melissa so much. Not many people would pick up a dog. Not many people would decide to adopt it, you know, metaphorically, and nurse it back to health. But then I know a lot of people, definitely a lot, if they found a flyer that said that their dog that they got attached to deeply was somebody else's, they would keep it. And that's the difference. Because we didn't. It was hard. You know, there were times where like we didn't want to do it, but we set out to do something right, and we finished the job. We rescued it at the end of the day. I'm just glad I got to help someone in a way that I wish someone helped me when I was younger, when I lost my animals, or they died, or anything like that. I'm grateful for Bagel coming in our life, because it's a dark period, and it's just crazy how much you can learn from a dog. story short, doing the right thing is a fucking bitch. Between the lines of fear and blame, you begin to wonder why you came. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I would stay up with you all night had I known how to save a life. Between the lines of fear and blame, you begin to wonder why you came. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I would stay up with you all night had I known how to save a life.